Bars in Tokyo and Osaka ban the Japanese language in favor of English? What does that mean for nightlife in Japan? And can it help you learn English in just 15 minutes? Find out right now on English News Worth Talking About. Hey, it's Dennis Wilborn, the former sailor turned entrepreneur and English coach. And this is English News Worth Talking About on All About English. And if you are dying to know what it is all about, then you're in the right place. On this show, I break down some of the most popular news stories chosen by my clients to help you reach your English learning goals faster. So, join me Monday through Friday for a fresh look at the news in English and why it's worth talking about. And be sure to stick around to the end for a nautical idiom to make your English a bit saltier. And today is my birthday. That's right, it is my birthday, November 3rd, 2022. I'm not going to tell you how old I am. You'll just have to figure it out. Guess, see if you can figure it out. I know, based on some of the stories you may have seen on this show, based on some of the things I have said, you might be able to figure it out or at least get pretty close, because I have dated myself on a few occasions. All right, so I will be going a little easier today because it is my birthday. And the article is once again from ingu.com. A great place to find articles and other study materials for English learners. And yes, it is free, and that is why I use it. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe and tap the like button to show your support. And you can also buy me a cup of coffee for my birthday, because I love coffee, at the link in the description. And don't forget to stick around for the idiom of the day at the end of the show. Today, we are learning about a fun new way to study English in Japan. And let's see what it's all about. Here we go. English language only bars open in Tokyo and Osaka. That is right. This is an article from October 30th, just a couple of days ago, just a few days ago. And let's just jump right in, as we always do, to the vocabulary. He left a review. What is a review? A review is a piece of writing in which someone shares their opinion about something. Yeah, you might hear somebody say they write a review about something they saw. Maybe they write a review about a website or a restaurant or a video game, whatever.
Okay, tonight's the homework. Write a review of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
If you've seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I'd love to hear your reviews. Write it down in the comments down below. Moving right along to design. Design is a verb. It means to do, to plan, to make something for a particular purpose, goal, etc. I'm sure you might have heard of designers. We have web designers and fashion designers and you name it. We've got all kinds of designers, but to design is a verb. It's what designers do.
Every weapon you've ever designed, every axe, hammer, sword, it's all inside your head.
It's all inside your head. Thank you, Thor, for reminding us how important it is to remember those designs in our head. Next one, atmosphere. Now, this is the noun atmosphere, but we're not talking about the air that we breathe or the protective layer of gases around our planet that keeps us safe from the sun and cosmic rays and all that things. We're talking about the overall mood of a place or a people's feelings towards a situation. So when we're talking about atmosphere, we're talking about how you feel about a place or a situation.
Well, the atmosphere is nice, but it's a bit stuffy for my taste.
Yeah, it's a bit stuffy. Stuffy is a term that we use when we're talking about things that are like warm, maybe a little bit sticky, but it also means stuffy as in like too uncomfortable for the way you feel. So sometimes it's an emotional feeling, sometimes it's a physical feeling, stuffy. All right, that's a bonus vocabulary, not on the list. Ability. Ability is talent or skill, etc. in a particular area. So having the fact of having the power or skill to do something. What kinds of abilities have you got? Well, I mean, this
I've
guy's got
mastered the
abilities.
ability of standing so incredibly still that I've become invisible to the eye.
Ha, you thought I was missing, thought I was invisible, didn't you? I was invisible, invisible to the eye. All right, I don't have that ability. Neither does he. And next one up, punishment, an act or way of making someone suffer for doing something wrong. Did your parents ever punish you? Did your teachers ever punish you for doing things? Now, punishment is the noun, punish is the verb, to punish someone, but punishment is the actual thing that you get. It's the act that happens after you are punished. So punishment.
Not sure that he views that as a punishment.
I'm not sure that he views that as a punishment. Well, I'm sure that if your parents took away your phone, as this guy did for not doing your homework, you would probably look at that as punishment. Maybe not. I don't know. Actually, it's really funny. Some people have told me that they punish their children by making them read books. Meanwhile, their kids actually secretly love reading books. So it's a win-win, I guess. And the next one is branch. Branch. Now, normally when we think of a branch, we're thinking of a tree or something that, like the things where the leaves grow. But a branch is also a local office, a store, etc., that belongs to a large business or organization. Often you hear about bank branches or a branch of a specific office that you are looking for.
Now, why would Foster go all the way across town just to use another branch, Janie?
Why would he go all the way across town to just use another branch? I don't know, but he sure did. That's a little fishy, if you ask me. All right, let's get into this this article. English language only bars open in Tokyo and Osaka. So what's this article about? Obviously, we're going to be hearing about some English language only bars. Can you imagine an English language only bar where you come from? Let's see what this is all about. 2 new bars have opened in Japan that help customers improve their English conversation skills by banning the Japanese language. The new bars opened on October 1st, 2022 in Tokyo and Osaka and are receiving very positive reviews. Boy, there's a vocabulary word. Reviews. The new bars are both called Sick. I'm not sure why they call them Sick, but interesting names, and are designed to have a fun atmosphere where people can practice speaking English while enjoying a few drinks. First-time customers don't need to worry about their English ability because the English-speaking bar staff will encourage them by chatting at their level. Does that sound like something that you would be attracted to? Does that sound interesting? You go down to the bar and practice your English at the same time. I mean, I can imagine it being popular with certain types of people. I'm not sure. Leave a comment. Is that the kind of place that you'd like to go? Again, I'm not sure why they called the bar Sick. If I was going to have a bar that had, where you studied English, I might call it something like the library or something. That way, at least you can tell your friends when they ask you where you are that you're at the library. They know you're studying, right? However, customers at Sick are only allowed to speak English. If they speak Japanese, they will be shown a yellow card, just like in the game of soccer. That's for your first penalty, right? And after that, if they continue to speak Japanese, they have to buy an extra drink as punishment. Ooh, there's that word, punishment. Buying an extra drink, does that sound like a fair punishment for speaking in a forbidden language in your own country? Interesting. Here's some pictures of the place. I don't know. It doesn't look that inviting to me. Kind of scary. And it certainly doesn't scream, hey, come speak English here. But maybe that's not their style in Japan, where both bars have an all-you-can-drink system where customers pay for the time they spend in the bar. The Tokyo branch costs 3,000 yen, or around $20, for 30 minutes. And the Osaka branch costs 1,500 yen, or around $10. Notice I said $20 here. $20 is an expression that we use as kind of a slang term for dollars. So $20 and $10. If you notice my sniffling here, I do have a little bit of a cold that I caught from my son just in time for my birthday. What a great gift. All right. Although this may look a little expensive for a few drinks, it does include English conversation practice that would cost as much or more at the average language school. Now, there is an interesting twist. Um, I'm not sure what the English language schools cost for adults where you live, but if it's that expensive um, in Japan, that's pretty pricey. Actually, you can save a lot of money. Just join me in a one-on-one class for much less than that, and you don't have to buy the drinks. It's better for your liver. And the new bar's customers have been very happy. In a Google review of the Tokyo bar, one customer wrote that it was a fun place to speak English with friendly people. And writing about the Osaka bar, another customer said they had not expected to have such a great time speaking English, and added that they can't wait to get drinks there again. Well, there you go. So I just want to point out, because this is not a very complicated article, one of the things I love about these engu.com articles is the questions that they have. They have questions to check your understanding, but also they have discussion questions to help you kind of formulate how you might answer, or how you might have a conversation with someone. And of course, in a one-on-one class with me, which again is cheaper than the Japanese study rooms or classrooms, you might want to check it out. So you can have these discussion questions and help to guide you in what kinds of questions to ask. Because remember what I'm always saying, question everything. All right. That is all we've got for this article. And let's wrap it up. What did we learn today? That's a good. What did we learn today? All right. Well, number one, we learned that it's now possible to enjoy a drink and practice English at two bars in Tokyo and Osaka, Japan. And number two, while it cost may seem a little bit high to some people, the chance to practice English conversation skills is worth it to a lot of customers, and it is cheaper than most language schools. And if you're looking for cheaper, you can also check me out on Amazing Talker. And it's not much cheaper, but at least you'll be getting one-on-one service. You'll just have to provide your own drinks. And finally, the reviews don't lie. Learning English skills while having fun is much more preferable to sitting in a stodgy old classroom, don't you think? I mean, I certainly think so. But at the end of the day, it's all about what you think is important. Learning anything, including English, is meant to be an adventure in personal development. And the way that you choose to study and practice is just as personal. So if you're looking for a fun and comfortable way to study or practice English, you can also consider contacting me for a one-on-one or a group class. But if you want to drink, you'll have to provide your own. It's BYOB here. And comment adventure down below if you're interested in trying a session with me. If you enjoyed this video, let me know what you like the best. And remember to smash the like button so you don't miss an episode. And now it's time for our idiom of the day. We're going to wrap this show up. The idiom of the day is perfect for drinking and studying. 3 sheets to the wind is another nautical idiom. I haven't shared a nautical idiom in quite a while, and I'm quite partial to nautical idioms given my background as a sailor. So what does it mean to be 3 sheets to the wind? Well, it means to be drunk, to reel and stagger like a ship that's out of control. For example, you might hear someone say, "Whoa, you were 3 sheets to the wind last night. I'm glad you made it home safe." Or, "Susie is 3 sheets to the wind. We'd better cut her off before she drinks any more. So the phrase originates, the phrase 3 sheets to the wind, it originates from sailing ships. And it comes to the reference to the ropes that set a sail. Now you have to have ropes to keep the sail tight. Otherwise it's just flapping in the wind like, ah. And what that does when the sail is nice and taut, it keeps the ship and guides it on its course. But if the sheet is not secure, it's said to be in the wind, and the sail is no longer driving the ship forward. It's just kind of flopping there in the wind. Now, on a 3-masted ship, if all 3 sheets, 3 masts, 1, 2, 3, just like in the picture, if all 3 sheets are in the wind or to the wind, then the ship is out of control and it's totally subject to the rolling of the waves, the swell of the sea. And if you're on deck, you're certainly going to be staggering like a drunken sailor. So when did this become popular? Somewhere around the 19th century, 1800s, when sailors would arrive at their port. Now, sailors have been known for drinking for forever, but when they'd arrive at port and they would go out into the city and they'd drink and they'd make merry and they would just make a mess of themselves, staggering all over the place. So as a result, the saying 3 sheets to the wind, it evolved to mean a sailor stumbling around drunk after drinking too much alcohol. The earliest written reference comes from the Oxford English Dictionary in 1812, but the first time it was ever written in literature was in the Charles Dickens novel Dombey and Son, published in 1848, quite a long time ago. And now I personally no longer drink beverages that will get me 3 sheets to the wind, or even 1 sheet to the wind for that matter. I do still appreciate a good drink of coffee. And you can show your support for my work by buying me a cup. Yeah, it is my birthday after all. Just click the link down in the description. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all the time we have for today. So don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and don't forget your homework. Share this program with just one of your friends, and be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you stay up to date. If you want to join the conversation yourself in a one-on-one or group class, check out my page on Amazing Talker, and your news may end up here too. As always, remember, learning is meant to be an adventure. That's what life is all about.